Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to this video review. Today we're going to be talking a little bit and setting up this tent. This is the Naturehike Cloud Up 2 tent. I found it in eBay, not so expensive, I don't remember the price. But mainly the reason for this review is that it's very hard to find Naturehike reviews in the internet. I tried to find out some of them before purchasing this one, and it was just impossible. So I hope this will be helpful for you guys. This is meant to be a two-person tent, but in my opinion, and you will see when it's set up, it's quite small for two people, so it's mainly for just some sort of solo tent. It weighs a little less than 2 kilos when it's all packed with all the pegs and everything, so that's quite lightweight if you are looking for a not so big tent to even it fits inside your backpack. And it's rated up to 5,000 millimeters of water column, water resistant. I don't know how to say that in English, so if I say it wrong, forgive me. So it should be quite okay for some average outdoor trip. It should resist quite well. But let's talk a little bit less and do more things. So I will put it up and you will see how it looks. Okay, so here we have the Naturehike Cloud Up 2 completely set up with all the wind ropes, all the pegs and everything. We'll go through some details, first the good details and then the not so good details. So here, for example, in the rope we have this kind of adjusting buckle. It's very practical and they are also reflective, so that's very good in the night. Pegs seem to be quite good quality in this kind of V form, V shape. The fly sheet attaches to the ground sheet in this buckle with this reflective surface, and you can adjust it to make it quite tight. It has a nice this peg attachment point in the middle of the tent, so in both sides, so it will make it a bit wider. And if I don't know if you can see it here, but it attaches to the ground sheet inside with this hook, so it will keep it nice and spaceful inside there. I hope you can see that. All the pegs are red, so that's pretty cool. You have in every point, in like a critical point, you have these buckles to attach the fly sheet to the ground sheet. The ground sheet they're very easy to release. And that's pretty much it from the outside. Now you can take a general look of it. I will just place the camera so you can somehow see how it looks compared with a man in a grown-up size. You can see it's not so tall. It's good enough to resist the wind. It looks okay. Now some not so good details in the outside. You will see here, for example, so failure they make in the production. This kind of hole, this should be sealed there, safe. Instead, they made a mistake there. So in those small details, you can see it's not a high-end tent. It's not the most expensive. It's just a Chinese brand. But this is not too critical point because this part goes loose, so it shouldn't affect that much. and if you have duct tape, it should fix it. And also some other thing that I think they could have made it a bit better is that the fly sheet is not attached to the poles, it's not secure there, so that makes it like not always fits in the right place with the lines. So that's some other thing that they could have made it a bit better. But again, it's not so expensive tent, it's just a Chinese brand, so for what you are getting from the money, it seems to be okay. And if you go to the inside, you will find out that it has quite a nice and decent storage area here. You can store your cooking things in a rainy day. You might cook here, of course, very carefully and lots of precautions. You can unhook the inner tent and put it all the way back, so you have more space for cooking. There you have this quite a big and thick camping mat, and anyway, it fits very nice. You can put it in somehow almost in the middle, and you have space in one side to store the small things. You have plenty of space in the other side to put the big backpack or other gears. What it lacks, and I think that makes you realize that it's not the high-end tent. Here in the upper side, it has no storage pockets like other brands have, some hanging sort of mesh, and has no pockets at all in the sides of the tent. So that's something I miss. That would make it even better. As you see, it's not space enough for two people, unless you're sleeping with a small kid or something. But then you will have less space for your storage, to store things. It has only one hook there for a lamp or something, and it has a lot of mesh. Half the tent, maybe more than half of the inner tent, is just very thin and breathable mesh. So that also in the back there, that should be very helpful for the to avoid condensation. And the one thing I don't like that much is that the outside door, as you see, has only one layer and it's only mesh. So in case if it's very windy or very cold outside, it will not keep you well isolated from the outside weather. So it should have the option to have one mesh and one just thicker kind of fabric. But all in all, it's okay. Once again, it's not the most expensive tent, so that should work okay. And another thing, now I was just closing the zipper, and this part of the zipper, just the kind of thing to hold it, came out, but it didn't break. I will just put it back. So yeah, that's all I can say so far about the Naturehike Cloud Up 2. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this review was helpful for you guys. Any questions, any comments, please feel free to let them down in the comment section. And thank you very much for watching.